Welcome, finally, to another episode of the Everyman Show. I am John Everyman, and yes, they can hear me. They can. I promise you. Don't look at me like that. I hate this fucker's face. I hate him. I just hate him with a passion. Now, do you know why I hate him?
Not really. He seems nice.
We'll talk some more after the show, and I'll explain it better to you.
I think the rivalry is good. You guys got a real Naruto Sasuke thing going on.
I'm glad.
That's for the folks at home.
Now we're both gonna have to look that up later because we're too old for that one.
Yeah, you guys don't watch anime like that.
Sure.
Did you guys get my reference?
I got it.
I got your reference, but it was so basic anime, bro. Like, come on, man, go deeper. You know?
All right, how deep are we talking?
I didn't even know this was anime. I thought he was talking about like some sort of food.
No, that's Naruto. That's
Naruto.
I mean, it's classic though. I'll give you that.
Classic.
It's a classic
it was my
rivalry
first,
reference.
You know?
Yeah, it's a good.
You never forget your first.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with this insanity, celebrating Nature's Month. We are here on another week of celebrating it, recognizing nature, man. Just the beauty of it, right? The naturalness.
All the concrete,
nature.
the ceiling fans, all the stuff that naturally occurs.
It's so
in
natural.
nature.
This chair is natural.
You gotta love
My
it.
pants are natural.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're in a jungle right now, actually.
Concrete
That's
jungle.
very true. This is a jungle. You did spot on, my
We're
friend.
not.
Cheers,
Yes.
cheers for that one. I like it. It is a jungle.
Friday night in the concrete jungle, baby.
Indeed.
Oh,
Click it.
come
Sorry, I
on,
went too
guys.
soon
Yeah,
on
you
mine.
went. Somebody's thirsty.
I am John Everyman, ladies and gentlemen, sitting here with a wonderful crew today. These guys are so good and patient. You coming in, telling us the way you feel. That's true
Listen,
shit.
here's the thing, right? Is the more that I am like broken down into just like nothing, I think the funnier I am. So
we got like ultimate funny jack today.
yeah. So next time I come in, just like break my arm or something.
Okay,
And we'll
so maybe we should have you like hang out with Walter for 5 hours. You don't get it yet, but you'll get it sooner. Sin, how are you, Sin?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah.
She always comes
Just
in
feeling
like-
it, relax, feeling this a little bit more.
She's so like positive and pleasant for everything.
There you go. That's Sin Sage.
Yeah, like if there's an emergency, I would want her to show us the exits. Like, you know what I mean? Just come through here, guys. Don't worry
This
about
way,
it.
this way,
Yeah,
going that
yeah.
way.
Yeah, just
I
this
got
way.
you.
Yeah, and then she pulls out a song, and then she's like, "It's okay. We're gonna soothe everything." With me.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mind the shooter. Just come.
Exactly. Like it sounds so like soothing. It just really does. But I'm so glad you're here, both of you. I appreciate y'all. These
Glad
are my
to be
troopers, man. These are my real troopers over here.
Yeah, we go back. The three of us. The three of us go back, yo.
Let's
We
go way back.
Yeah.
I think, well, listen, I feel like I want to go back too to like where my airline was over here. That's how far back I'm talking.
Hey,
Sitting behind the damn board, ruining my life. I thought I got rid of him. I thought I did. I promise you I thought I did. Walter, I hate you. There's nothing I can say, but I hate you. It felt like 10 minutes, but like 10 hours of
fucking
like
crazy.
trying
I've never
to get
seen
shit set
somebody
up.
Hey, there's
so
a thin
passionately
line.
hate a person.
There's a
It's
thin line
wild.
between love and hate. That's what it is. He secretly loves you.
No.
You know, I'm telling you, man, behind every hate, there's a lot of love because that's energy.
I'm
Bison.
80s baby, so
Don't make me sick.
guys
Don't
don't feel like that about that.
don't get this guy the wrong idea.
he just came all
He's gonna
straight.
think.
He was
He's
like,
gonna think.
no.
He's gonna think that I like him, and then he's gonna be like, John, it's a true like why? Like no, you're not. Batman's in the building. I haven't seen this guy.
Yeah,
like,
the Batman, guys.
Batman?
Hero of Gotham
Batman.
City.
Yes, he is. Listen, Batman in here.
He was like punching a bunch of poor people outside right before he came in here. That's how you know he's Batman.
yeah, like he was fighting crime. Like you didn't realize it.
Why can't you be rich?
Yeah.
Who said he's not? This is fucking Batman. Like, but it's good to see him too. I haven't felt like I haven't seen him in forever. Like in at least like 50, 11 days. Like, you know, that's a 2 Chainz. No, that's a Yin Yang Twins reference. 50, 11 times over here. I haven't felt like I haven't seen him like in 50, 11 days. But I'm glad to see him. You know? Guys, we got sitting in here with us today a painter, an artist overall. Because I say painter now because that's the last thing I've seen you do recently.
Yeah.
But we've got the artist known as, and you can stop me if I say it wrong, Choice Bison. Yeah,
the whole Bison movement.
It's the Bison clan there?
Yeah, you already know. It's the Bison movement in the house.
Bison
Damn.
clan.
That's actually fucking tight. We have
Right,
a crowd
because
tonight. This is a
you
live
saw
show.
that? You
What the
saw
fuck?
that?
This is sick.
That was crazy.
Are you all bison?
Every single one is a different bison.
All right, look, give me their names. I want to know all the
So
bison.
this is a free bison, right? What is a free bison?
Free
That's
bison.
bison.
Okay.
You already know
This is Rowdy Bison. Oh man, that's Rowdy Bison. The one in the back, in the far back, that's Bison. Like they have bison twice.
Is anybody named M Bison, like the guy from Street Fighter?
No,
'Cause
but
if not,
we're waiting for
I'll
him.
be that guy.
You'll be.
Oh, there you go. You got a spot right now.
Yeah.
But
No,
no, wait.
I
think
eat
Sin
too
might-
much.
No, she. You know what? She could be M Bison. You know what she looks like? She'd like to fight and like kick all our asses right now. Like from there, right?
You know what he's talking about, like the Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
M.
yeah.
Bison.
Have you seen that?
She didn't know whether she had to break that beer bottle right now off my head right now, or just answer me. She was
Very
like,
M.
I don't
Bison
know
woman.
what to do.
I've actually seen her do that to you.
Oh my
I
God.
know. Like that's
Don't
why
tell no one. You're not
one of
supposed to
the
say
things
nothing.
Secrets of the
Put you
show
on blast
is
like
that
that.
John and Cynthia actually fucking hate each other.
So these are all your peoples, right? This
Yeah.
is the Bison crew.
Yeah, they're gonna go check out the rest of the venue, but he was there on the incident that he was just talking about when we got kicked out of that spot. We can't drop names. Remember when we got kicked out of that spot?
So
And we left like throwing hands? That's how he met me, bro.
yeah. So I met one of the Bisons. I wish I would have met the free one too. And then I would have had like a Bison team. Maybe I could have became like a wrestling manager and made you guys into wrestlers.
Oh, it would have been over.
Whatever, you know, tomatoes.
We can still do it. We can still do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I got the hair. I look like one of the wrestlers. I could do
Right.
it.
After the show, we just need to get together here. Okay.
Yeah.
Write it down. I don't know who I'm talking to. Let me ask you a question. Where are you from originally, my friend?
Yeah, I was born and raised for the first 10 years of my life in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn.
BK.
Brooklyn. Yeah, and you know my
Walking you.
I'm walking in, I'm taking this shit here.
Hey.
But yeah, you know, Brooklyn was still to me my home. I mean, I moved from Brooklyn to Miami. My dad works in banquets and stuff like that, you know, hotels. So there was a lot more opportunity in Miami. He wanted to bring his family out of the city and come to a place where he'd have a house.
Right.
So we moved here in like 2001, like 2 months before 9/11. And I remember being in I was in fourth grade, watching the news, being like, damn, this is kind of crazy. Like, I remember this building, my dad making phone calls to his people.
Because you guys had families up there.
We had family up there. He knew a lot of people that worked in that building.
Were anyone that you guys might have known in your family affected by it? Or?
Yeah, actually, I have an uncle who is my mom's best friend, who's, so he's my uncle. You know how that goes, you know what I mean?
Right.
Uncle Marty, shout out to Uncle Marty. But he had a brother who was in the fire department. His name was Howie, and he was one of the first responders. And this is the trippiest part about it. He didn't die on the scene. It took 10 years later, and he developed lung cancer from all the asbestos and all the exposure from the fallout.
Holy shit.
And he ended up dying from that. What's so crazy about
Got
it
a contact 9/11.
is, yeah, dude, literally, the contact in itself, him and another firefighter who was also a first responder on that scene, they died on the same day from the same thing.
Wow. So there's some sort of hidden after effects that a lot of these first responders suffered from that, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the thing that like nobody talks about the casualties
No.
as far as like being the prolonged casualties, and that's something like I can't imagine.
I've never thought about that. That's fucking.
Nobody
that blows
would
my
think
mind.
You know what I'm saying? Because
No.
it doesn't get into the press
Yeah.
that way, where it's like, by the way, people are still dying from that thing that happened. That
Well, you look
nowadays,
at now,
yeah.
now with everything that's going on, you hear more talks about, you know, vaccination and things opening up, but you don't hear anymore as it was a year ago with people and these death tolls crawling up and all that. The
Yeah.
narrative has changed, and it's always like that for anything from 9/11 to any big massacre. You're gonna focus on it for a good while, but
Yeah.
eventually, at some point, the narrative just changes. While the situation's still kind of playing itself out, it's not as popular to people in a sense to want to hear about it anymore.
Exactly.
But that's fascinating, man. I would have never thought that people were still being affected from 9/11 in a health sense, you know,
Yeah.
because you've got people that are never going to recoup from that. There's family loss, people that are just, you know, their minds ain't the same.
Yeah.
You know, that I get. But as far as like issues 10 years later type of shit where you know, you're losing your family member or something like that, that's crazy. That is
Yeah.
really crazy.
Yeah.
Who was your family all artistically inclined, or are you the only special gifted one there?
No, I definitely
You did
come.
mention your brother.
Yeah, man, I got a whole Renaissance family. Like when it comes down to it, even my mom and my dad. My mom is originally from San Francisco. She moved to New York in the 80s to be a Broadway star. My dad was from the Bahamas. He moved to New York to become an actor.
Wow.
They met at one of those weird Studio 54-esque type of scenes, you know what I mean? And my mom still is like, I remember he had the leather members only jacket with like a fucking collar that was popped and he had no shirt. So I'm like, I can totally see it.
And then when he came out, he opened and he had his chef cheese and, and it said Papa Bison.
Yeah, he was like,
she's like, what? Who is this? You'll see, baby.
You'll see what
Check
I'm
out the
talking
bison.
about. Yeah, so my whole family has always been very artistic and creative in that way. My sister, my younger sister, Sky Bison, she's in theater. She just graduated from New World for theater and stuff like that.
Fucking tight.
Yeah, man, she's the first one to graduate from college. Like I dropped out, my brother didn't apply, so
That's
we're like,
beautiful.
what up?
Someone gotta make it.
It's always the girl. Like the girls are always like so much more
Better
goal
organized.
orientated than guys.
Why do
We're
you
like,
think we had Sin here?
yeah, she's like
I'm here to
the,
keep the
just
peace.
better
I don't know.
It makes
Yeah.
it so better past that. Come on, like you think
Yeah.
Jack is really gonna hold the glue and guts together here? No, it's Sin. Like,
All right.
Jack,
yeah.
Jack, you need to know you're no
He's like,
better than what I am. in
Listen,
here.
John, I know I'm not shit. Come
Right,
on.
but that just means you're just as good as I am.
Yeah.
Sin is the real leader here. That we've established.
Yeah, like look at that song. You know, it's a man's world, and I've always been like,
Nah, man.
Not anymore.
like not
We're just
anymore
louder.
for sure. Yeah,
Not
we're just,
We're just
here.
louder. There's just a bunch of fucking dickhead old guys. They're just super loud. No, I'm serious, man.
yeah, and they're all dying out. So in the end of the day, it's
God,
just
not fast enough.
yeah, not, there's just too much children's blood for them to bathe in. It's
Everybody's gotta go except for my dad and my grandma.
Jack, Jack, Bison, let me ask you, my friend. So, you said your family's a little bit artistic. Did they inspire you, or is it just something natural for you to want to do this? Because you said for a second there, you've been doodling since you were 4, but was it a natural thing for you, or were you inspired by any of this?
Now that I'm a little bit older and I've had a lot more time to reflect on like my past experiences, I can definitely, without a doubt, say that it was supernatural and that supernatural to the point. Yeah,
A ghost came when I say supernatural.
I truly believe as I sit here now that my purpose in life was to create art, whatever that means, whether it's through music or whether it's through the visual arts, that this is what I'm supposed to do. And if I don't fulfill that mission, I'm gonna just get reincarnated and have to fucking do it again. And at that point, there won't be an ocean. You know what I mean? It'll be a lot weirder, and I'll just be like, oh man, like now I gotta do
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I'll be
Is
making.
it even worth living if there's not an ocean?
Hey,
I mean,
we'll find
for
out.
someone in your case, you love the ocean, right?
The ocean.
Well, we'll get into that because
I like about
2048,
oxygen.
my friend,
Yeah.
there will be no more fish
ocean?
in the sea.
Oh,
So
I
you
like
know
about
what?
ocean. Oxygen comes from the ocean.
What now? What would you say about the girl?
Oxygen.
Oxygen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, without it, we're fucked.
All life comes from the ocean.
Right.
There
You
you
think
go.
it was God?
Hey, pass me that.
You think it was God, you idiots?
It was SpongeBob.
It was bacteria, single-celled organisms in the
pineapple.
ocean.
Under the sea.
It was Matt Groening from The Simpsons.
I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, and I just had to get out of that.
We got it. We got Drain Jack. It's hilarious. That's what we got.
Got Jack Daniels.
Yeah, when he comes in here from now on, that's it. Jack Daniels over there. We got. When is it that you really took off and started getting into the entertainment life?
Yeah. I would say that you know, I went to high school over here at Dash, which is like a art magnet high school, you know, and it was really cool. I was like one of 75 kids in my graduating class. It was small, man. It was small, and I had big dreams. I had but I applied for architecture for college. So I went to Cooper Union in New York City on a full ride scholarship. Everybody was like, I'm so fucking proud of you. You're gonna be a
I'm
great
proud of you right now.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Shit sucked.
My heart.
Dude, I fell out of love with architecture and the idea of it. It was so mathematical and it was so artistically crushing as far as being like, yeah, I get it. You like fucking crushing pieces of paper and painting, but you need to know that so-and-so, physics, whatever.
Right.
So I dropped out, man. And when I came back home, I had a whole dip into depression again. into depression and trying to like figure out what I wanted out of my life. And then just fell back into sketching and fell back into painting and fell back into making music again and realizing I was like, regardless of whether or not that's a high figure salary that somebody can look at you and be like, good job, you did architecture school. I'll just thug this out and make it happen. And I started sharing a lot of, I became vegan in 2011, or vegetarian, because at the time I didn't know about veganism.
Right.
And started diving into that because I mean the world was about to end. Remember that whole 2012? In case,
Oh yeah, the Mayans.
in case there's any 8-year-old viewers.
Remember that when we just thought like we were all gonna die?
It was such
like,
an
real quick?
unspoken truth. Like everyone was like, "Hey, it's December 20th,
Yeah.
2012. What are we
almost
gonna
there.
do tomorrow?" And people were like, "We're gonna pray." And so for
They
me,
made a whole fucking movie.
Yeah, they did a
I
whole
saw
movie.
it 3 times.
it was epic.
Not
It
by
was-
choice.
Yeah, I didn't do it, you guys. No, but so for me, it was like I was like, all right, I need to get into my spirituality and get my groundings, and in the research and in the own meditation and the self work that I was doing, I found vegetarianism and this idea of like, why am I eating animals? Why am I drinking? Like, why am I doing this? You know? And so I became vegetarian, and then in 2014, I watched a documentary called Cowspiracy that kind of like was the last nail in the coffin. That was like
Cowspiracy?
Cowspiracy.
Like the animal, the cow.
Like yeah, like it's a conspiracy, cowspiracy, and that just got me deeper into the rabbit hole of unveiling all the cool and health detrimental things about consuming cheese and milk, which at the time I was still fucking with pizza, and I was still, you know, so then I was
Mad
like,
mucus.
yeah, mad mucus, nothing but pus. But yeah, so from that point on, I started making art that directly reflected the things that I was learning about veganism and the things that I was learning about how the animal agriculture industry was affecting the planet, how it was affecting our health. And I started sharing it on Instagram. And slowly but surely, like now it's at a point where it's been a blessing, yo. It's been a blessing to have people from Japan, from Australia, from, you know, all these different places of the world reach out to me and be like, yo, I'm seeing your art. I really resonate with your message. And,
Yeah.
You know?
Like you're impacting people on like a huge scale.
yeah, and it's so funny because it's just stuff that I'm doing in my bedroom. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's like, I would have never thought that it would be the vegan art that resonated
Art's
with people.
powerful like
yeah, it's worth 1,000 words, you know? a
Anytime,
picture.
yeah, like anytime you do any sort of art, you just are improving people's well-being a little bit. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know you said you read the books.
Yeah.
And you wanted to do that, but what drove you at that moment, man, to say, you know what, I need to make vegan into art,
Yeah, I mean,
or being vegan?
Yeah, for me, I realized that a lot of people, I could be out there in the world talking about veganism, and it's a lot easier to reject someone's words. But when you see an image, it's almost like you don't get a chance to filter that. It goes straight into your brain, whether you want it or not. And for me, I knew that the power of art is something that exceeds a person. It's the artwork that speaks for itself.
Yeah,
So you
it
can,
lives beyond.
yeah, you can listen to me talk and be like, yeah, but I don't like that guy's hair, so I'm not gonna listen to anything he said. But if you
If any
see,
of you complain about my fucking hair,
exactly, it's perfect. Look at
your
that.
art
man.
speaks volumes. Like
Thank
really
you,
does.
thank
like
you.
I seen one. It was with cows, and I think they were in like a tub of like human blood or something. I don't know exactly, but I was like, I understood it fully, and I was like, wow, this is like really crazy because now I can see it from a different perspective.
Yeah,
You know, and I
yeah.
like that feeling.
Yeah, that's always been my thing, is that I want to introduce the perspective artistically so that you can see it, feel it, and interpret it. And for me, man, I do one every single Sunday, and the pressing issue is that time is of the essence with this matter. For me, time is of the essence. We really are at a point right now. I don't know if you see the way the trend of the world is
We're
going.
eating too many fucking cows, aren't we? I
Yeah.
know because I be eating a lot of them.
Yeah, man.
I mean-
yeah, man. And that's
have you seen this
That's
stomach
what
over
it-
here?
That's one of
think
the
I got a
reasons I
whole
don't
pasture.
eat meat anymore because I
Yeah.
feel like it's been overproduced that we don't necessarily need it anymore.
I'm thinking about. I don't eat seafood.
that's a start for sure.
Well, because the thing is, like, the ocean is my jam.
Yeah.
I'm not really about land animals that much unless they're reptiles.
Yeah.
So But I feel like I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm being hypocritical. But it's like
You're not being hypocritical. It's actually a funny word. You're being a speciesist. You are
It's worse.
essentially being almost the equivalent of being racist towards different types of animals.
That's worse, isn't it?
Write that word down.
I'm being my dad, but with animals.
Speciesism, yeah. Because, and it's a funny thing, because nobody would willingly...
These cows and their grazing music.
Yeah. I can't stand their spots. Who do you think you are, black and white? Pick a color.
You know, these pigs should really lose some weight.
Yeah, I don't like that.
All those nipples showing, put a bra on, lady.
Disgusting. But the fish.
They don't have scales
Like
like
fish,
fish.
though.
you
But
know?
the fish, I mean, those are
They'll-
majestic
Those fish,
creatures.
they live in reefs.
Don't got no
They live in a
feet,
barn.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, why so hardcore
Yeah.
with the art?
Well, I would love to say that I like amp it up and I dramatize it. But the truth of the matter is that everything I represent with my art is real. It is happening. And there's a reason why slaughterhouses are all the way in bumfuck nowhere, so that nobody can
You don't
hear.
wanna look at 'em.
You don't want to hear the pigs screaming. You don't want to see the cows being electrocuted or having their throats slit. You don't want to see any of that. You just want to be a happy consumer and get your product. Exactly. So, and I think that's the biggest disconnection. Put the bean in my eyes. I'm so sorry. That was good. That was good. But you know, that's where it comes from. It comes from a sense of it being like, I'm not here to knock on your door and be like, hi, do you have some time for vegan? I'm here to kick your door down, show you a quick flash of what's happening, and then pull it away. And if you want to stay tuned and understand more of that, you know, like every time I post an art piece, there's so much information about what that art piece means and how it ties into our reality. And that's my thing, is that it's like, I almost see it like Morpheus when he was trying to get Neo out of the Matrix, and he let him know. He was like, yo, my man, there's really no going back. You take this pill and that's the end deal.
Yeah, right.
So I hope that the universe brings my art to people that can take the pill, go back into the Matrix, and still be thinking about like, wait a second, here I am about to drink this, like something as simple as a cappuccino, and I told them to give me milk. And then you have that image of that milk breastfeeding that old guy. And you're like, that was bizarre and weird as you drink your
Coconut
milk.
milk's fucking good too, and that's just bland.
Like, I don't want to see your artwork before I go and pick up my ham sandwich.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly. And bro, I get a lot of hate, man. I
Really?
get
Give us-
so
I was
much.
about to ask that.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, dude.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
I get death threats through my messages. I even have butchers and people that work in the industry send me pictures of things that they're doing to animals. And
People.
I had a guy that literally messaged my brother, and he's like, love the art your brother's doing. Here's an art piece I'm working on. And it was just blood drops on the floor from a cow, like
Wow.
hanging upside down.
Jeez.
And he was like, I think it's a little bit Pollock. What about you? And I was like, yeah, man. My thing is that the hate, like I said earlier, the hate and the love are so closely related that I feel like if you have to take the time out of your being to be like, just so you know, I think that, then you may be closer on the edge of a transition than I can even
I feel like you
bring
need
you
to
there.
confront some uncomfortable truths.
There you go.
know?
There you
Like,
go.
It does do that.
Yeah.
You know what? You look at his art, and I feel like
Because you're
there's some
making me like I'm gonna
uncomfortable
go
truth
home
coming
and probably not eat a hamburger.
out. I mean, look.
I mean, check out my profile, man. And
I
there's,
saw
there's
the
a
one of the
bajillion.
fucking cows operating on a human, and I was like,
Oh yeah. Did you see the
I
one
was
of
like, I'm
the?
gonna eat an acai bowl today.
He was about to go pick up chicken nuggets, and then he went and grabbed grapes.
Yeah. He was like, you know what? And I think that's the thing. It's so simple in my mind now. It was a tough transition at the beginning, but this is the best time ever to be involved in this lifestyle, man. Like, we have so many alternatives. I was driving and I saw a Beyond Meat billboard. Like, you can go to Walmart and get vegan substitutes for beef, chicken, fish. It's endless, you know?
You have recommendations? Because I feel like my whole thing with it is I want to be like on that wave.
Yeah.
Also, because I just feel like it's better for you too.
Yeah.
But like every time I eat a veggie burger, it tastes like garbage. So like, what
Do
can
you-
I do?
Do you
Yeah.
cook? Can you cook?
Damn, she said that with a serious face.
Listen, hold on.
Put it
on.
out there, though. Do you cook?
Hold on. The long answer is no.
Have you ever
The
cooked?
short answer is I can cook burgers.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I'm mean on a grill.
Get a veggie burger, like a
A black bean burger?
Not necessarily a black bean burger.
I don't like the personally, I don't like the black bean burgers. I like field roast. Have you ever tried field roast?
Field roasts are good.
Field roast brand, awesome. Beyond Meat.
Tent Life is not too bad either.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
They're doing their thing.
So there's some good ones out there, some good
Oh,
alternatives.
the quality is to the point where I could probably give you vegan shrimp, my brother, and you would think you were eating real shrimp.
I'm gonna have to go to his house and get food.
I mean, it's not even that hard. Look, they got a vegan truck out right here.
Yes,
Right?
we just spoke to Helena.
That's what I'm.
Shout out
You
to
know what I
Helena.
mean? Like
her vegan truck.
it's growing. The awareness is growing. The
I've
options
had
are
some
growing.
good ass vegan shit, I will say. 'Cause
Yeah.
I eat it sometimes. Like,
I've had it
it's
too.
fucking
Like
good.
that's why I asked black bean because you give me a black bean burger anywhere, and 9 times out of 10, I'm
I had
scoffing
like
at
a
that.
vegan egg sandwich for breakfast one time. That shit was. I had this fucking. I'm high as fuck, so I'm thinking about food.
You're getting us all hungry
I went
now.
to this.
Like,
I went
wait.
to the farmers market in my neighborhood, and there was a stand. They only came one time, but they had vegan Cuban sandwiches, and they used like cashews for the meat or some shit. That
Yeah.
shit was so fucking good. Oh my god. I almost jizzed at the farmers market. I was really hungry.
You were like, stop
I
lying
had
to me.
I only had an hour for
Face over
lunch.
there in the corner. He's like,
Oh my god.
man, I've had such a great time here, man, picking your brain. It's been awesome. I hope that we can have you back again in the future.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And talk about
definitely.
more stuff like
That'd be
this,
awesome.
man. Maybe we should already make this guy our honorary guest for Nature's Month next year and just have him attack everybody.
Absolutely.
There you
Yeah,
go.
fucking
You know,
kidding me?
down
This
for
is-
that.
This is
I
one of the
think
best
so.
ones yet. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
right?
Thank you, man. I didn't even give you the stats. I didn't even give you those nail-biting stats. But
You know what? Shoot us with some nail-biting stats right
I'll
now.
shoot you with the nail-biting stats. Okay, world hunger. Everybody wants to end world hunger. Did you know we could have ended world hunger 8 times over? The problem is that all the grains that we give cattle grains and water that we could have easily given to human beings and ended world hunger years ago. Why don't we? Because there's no money in that. As far as these big industries are concerned, they're making more money off of getting your dollar for the beef than they would from some African kid getting grains.
Fuck.
So that sucks. Another big stat is that the animal agriculture industry is responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than cars, planes, or buildings combined. And their type of, it's a CO2 emission, which is actually
Right.
the worst type of gas to be in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm really
So-
gonna go vegan after this shit.
Then
Kill us all.
I'm drilling it in, man, and you know, it's one of those things that's, again, it's like the rabbit hole goes deep, but every single time I find out something more, I just reflect and I go, the whole world needs to hear this shit. So then I make an art piece about it. And that's where the
Well,
anger
that's-
comes from.
you know what-
That's the, oh, I gotta tell you, I have to tell you, you know?
Look at this number here.
Yeah, yeah.
This is crazy. You know what? Maybe you should make an art piece with just these stats and just like see it. Yeah, try to make it
Check
into
out
your
this
thing.
aquarium with live human shows.
Yeah. You know, like 8 times over, but we're killing the
It's
little
called an
baby and
open
shit
mic.
in Africa and shit. You know, with someone sitting there eating like steak.
God, she just said this called an open mic. That's so good.
Sid's on a roll today. She's
That's
making
so
it
good. I've been
happen.
trying so hard, and she just got joke of the podcast.
Yeah, she's ready to go. Bison, man, where can people follow you? Where can people check out this work? Where can they purchase? This work is for sale, obviously.
Yeah, I am selling prints, and a lot of the profits I'm using and donating to other organizations that are doing more to help the cause. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's
So-
nice, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you want, man, let people know where they can follow you and check out
For
everything.
sure, yo. You guys can follow my work and all the things the Bison Movement are doing on my Instagram. It's at Choice Bison. That's ChoiceBison. You can also check out my brother. He's the vegan rapper. He has awesome music that he talks a lot about the things I make art about, but not in a corny way. No pun intended as a vegan.
Right.
But yeah. And that's at Free Bison. You can check out my art and purchase a print if you want at choicebison.storeenvy.com. Other than that, if you don't like any of my stuff, get used to it because I'm going to be around here for a while. And you know, thank you guys so much for having me,
Dude,
man. It's been a
thanks for coming.
blast,
Thank you.
yo, for
This
real.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah, and again, you know, like this is like family. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, man.
my
Sure,
boy,
bro.
we go way back,
dude,
man.
bro.
So this is thank you so much for having me, dog, and just letting me kind of.
No, seriously,
shit.
I feel like next time what we should do is not just have Bison, We should get the whole family of bisons.
Yeah,
Get all the bisons in here, right?
Yeah.
Walter, do we have enough room for all the bisons?
Live on location at Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
like, listen, we'll just get
We'll
them
have
all
a real
in here.
We'll ride in on real bison.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They're like, we didn't even like, they just came. They
I got
just
a
showed
question.
up.
You seen the YouTube video of the buffalo that just like yeets this 9-year-old
Oh,
girl?
hell yeah.
Funny, right?
Great.
Okay, great, cool.
Great.
I just had to check.
Golden.
I just had to check because I always feel
Golden.
bad laughing at that shit. but
And isn't
she's
it
not
crazy
really-
like how powerful that animal
Dog, he
actually
sent
is? Like
her
that person was like,
it was like he was playing a fucking
Yeah.
cornhole, trying to throw a beanbag in a hole.
That's what I'm saying,
It was
man.
incredible.
yo, they
Anyway, thoughts and prayers to that girl and her family.
Guys, I want to thank you guys for being here. Sin, Jack, you guys are the best. I think this has been great, right? Nature's Month has been something
I mean,
fun so
you
far, right?
you broke me down and built me back up, and
There we go.
I'm pretty grateful for it.
There
so.
we go. There we go. Bison, again, thank you, my friend.
Thank you again,
To
bro.
our viewers out there and listeners, guys, thank you for being a part of the show. Hope you guys are enjoying Nature's Month here. Make sure to follow us, like and subscribe on YouTube under Everyman Podcast Show. We're streaming on all platforms under Everyman Podcast Show. And on social media, it's Everyman Podcast Show. Make sure you do that. Walter, that miserable face, I don't miss it at all. I don't want to see it again. Batman.
Look down your screen, your pussy.
See? See? You see?
His pussy has been showing like the whole podcast.
it's
I didn't
just-
feel like it was like, you know, appropriate
Don't be
to address
agreeing
it.
It's good
Jack.
clickbait.
You know, I didn't want to take away from
Jack.
Grab a
from
bite
what
of
you were talking about, so I
See-
felt like that kind of would derail the whole
See,
thing.
I
So I
fucked
didn't
up.
say anything.
See, Walter's about to be like running our facilities pretty soon. So now that he's the
Getting
big
in
boss,
good.
everyone's trying to get in good with him.
Yeah.
But not me. Not me. I'm gonna find one of those buckets filled with like pig blood paint, and I'm gonna be like, "You pig!" and just throw it at him and shit. So I just hope so. Batman, it's good seeing you, my friend.
Yeah.
We won't see him
He's
now.
still here. He's been here the whole time.
Yeah, Batman. he's
Gotham Joker's crushed. Like he's fucking up Gotham.
Real grill, ayy, ayy. Top me off, oil. Real grill, no foil. Real spill in the soil. Real deal in the real deal. Holyfield, you know I'm real. Cloverfield when I'm caught on film. Looking like a monster, they know it's him. Spot him, got him, damn. They feel like paparazzi, flashing, spazzing. Can I get past him? Oh my god, I think I'm about to.
Oh, they said they ain't cutting the lights off. Okay, I was just making
You don't
sure.
pay me enough.
Yeah, the sound guy says it's over. Fuck you. I don't even care if I got nothing to do with the electricity. I'm just out of here.